Good evening, friends. Today we'll be talking about the topic impacts of migration on society. First of all, let us clarify the definition of migrants. Transitioned or movements of people from their own country to another country that we can term as the definition of migration. Migration happens due to various reasons. To mention all of them, we won't get time to completely explain the topic. We will specifically talk about two terms: migration due to wars, migration due to jobs. Yes, there is a big impact due to migration, so we will be mentioning all these things step by step. First, migration due to wars. In the First World War, beginning from 1914, we have seen United States, Soviet Union, and other countries bonding together against the Axis. During these wars, despite the young men joining the army, they suffered a lot. But let us put their suffering aside. Think about the citizens, the innocent children, mother, father, and old people, the elderly people. Nobody wants to leave their own country, that's very clear. But during the wars, what was happening? Bombing was happening. Both ground and air are surrounded with arms and ammunitions. Talking about the situation, it is absurd for the citizens to stay in their own country peacefully, to avoid their lives from threat. They have to flee to the other countries where they feel safe and secure. Like for Germany, they can shift to Poland. Russia can shift to the other Asian countries like China and India. What would happen and what are the impacts of migration? This started. People started entering into another countries. And as there are certain procedures to be followed while residing in the countries, this rule and regulation has been collapsed. The government could not, the host government could not identify who were foreigners. So when the culprits are basically involved in violating the rules of the country, they could not be identified. That is how violence prevailed in the other countries because of migrants. Due to this, the same innocent civilians have lost their life. Who is responsible for this cost? The migrants, right? That's the first impact of people migrating from one place to another without any legit information, shifting by violating rules. On the other hand, let's talk about jobs. In India, like Ministry of External Affairs, Indian Foreign Service. They are basically assigned to work in the other countries. So what would happen if they are not permitted to work as ambassadors of India? There comes problem, right? Because the world is full of people. It's the freedom of anyone to reside wherever they want, as long as they could provide the required documents and passports. There comes a time when citizens of a country, of any country, residing in his non-native location, he or she can be harassed, can be mistreated. In these situations, the ambassadors become very important. With ambassadors, thus far we had seen lots of mistreatments of Indians residing in the other countries. With the help of ambassadors and Ministry of External Affairs, they solve the problems and the victims return to the country safely. The work of Ministry of External Affairs, Indian Foreign Service are highly credited of performing such a great job. Now, it is very important that all the other countries should provide accommodations, assistance to the ambassadors, and they should follow a strict standard operating procedures for applying passports and identifications. Because with these, who comes and goes will be identified without any difficulties, as their data, personal information can be stored easily. Who are the main cause of problems in violating the rules? Not only the citizens of the country, even the migration needs to be in touch with the officials to prevent injustice, accidents within the country. Today, as we have seen the reports, the crime rates are increasing. One way we can decline on crimes is to secure law and order and identify all the migrants, be it from the United States, Britain, whatever country they are. It is the responsibility of any country to secure law and order, standard operating procedures, to receiving passports that allows them to reside in the country.